Hey, passionate souls. Today we are shining the spotlight on Kemetic Kem, a magical heart based entrepreneur who is ready to share a bit of her story with us. Hi,
Hi, how are you?
how are you? Thank you. I'm doing really good. How
I'm
are
great.
you?
I am great.
Good. I would like you to go ahead and tell us a bit about your journey of how you got to where you're at today with your heart based business.
I started my journey back in 2008, where I was a struggling mom, just recently divorced. I know that there was something that I needed to do to get myself to a comfortable position where I can raise my children, and as well as get something more from me. So I decided to go to the University of Sedona, and that was one of the best things I could ever do for myself. I got to a point where I struggled. I didn't know how to balance mommy, work, house, myself, and school. So I let school go for a while and I just focused on my children. Move forward. My children are grown. And I
Beautiful.
decided it's time for me to go back and do something special for myself, something I've always wanted. And it was the perfect time. Went back to school, got my bachelor's degree in metaphysical science. I'm also a metaphysical practitioner as well as a ordained metaphysical reverend. And I just want to branch out and open up and share my story with people and let them know that no matter what obstacles that are in your way, you can achieve what you want. You have to set a goal, you have to plan it out, you have to think, where can I go with this? What am I going to do with this? Who am I? I lost touch with myself. Being a mom, being a wife, being an aunt, being a niece, being all these other things, I didn't even know what I liked anymore. And when my kids got to a certain age, I said, what am I going to do? Where's my life? I've given my whole entire being to everyone else. When do I give back to me?
Right.
And
Finding the balance.
I had to relearn me all over again. I had to learn what I liked, what I wanted. I had to look in the mirror and say, oh my gosh, 20 something years later, this is where you are. What are you going to do? And I took the high road. I started out with going back to school. Um, During the course of going back to school, I started cooking. I want to give back to the community that gave and helped me raise my children. I went to something called the George Street Co-op, which is a natural organic store, and I started making soups. I wasn't charging anything because that was my give back. I started making my clothing. I started making my T-shirts, my pocketbooks, my pillows, my hats. It just didn't stop. And once I opened one door, all this stuff started flourishing out.
Mm.
And it was the most beautiful thing that I can ever ask for.
Everything else just started flowing in.
Just flowing in.
As soon as you said yes to yourself,
Yes,
that's what it sounds like.
yes,
It just started flowing in for you, doors opening, opportunities presenting themselves. It's
yes.
beautiful. Thank you.
No problem.
Um, Next question is, what is it that you offer in what you are doing right now? And actually, first, let's go ahead and rewind. What is the name of your business today?
Today, my business name is Kemetic Kem.
Beautiful. Where can you be found?
I can be found on Facebook under Kemetic Kem, or I can be found on IG at metaphysician underscore chemistry.
All right, good. And what do you offer your clients, the people that you help? What do you offer them? What is it that you do? What is it that you bring?
I bring self love to the table. I'm all about self. I did a show the other day where I said, I want to talk to selfish people. And I don't mean the typical way we call people selfish. I want people that want to learn about who they are, what they are. Give yourself something back. We, again, as parents, just let's forget everything else. As parents, we give so much of ourselves, and we give so much of ourselves to everybody, we never put back in self-care, self-love. So I want to spread the word and share the word that it is okay to be selfish, to love yourself. It is okay to tell yourself, I love me. It, it is okay to look in the mirror and say, you are beautiful. You are somebody. And I want to share that with people and let them know it sounds easy and simple, but there are people who struggle.
Right.
I struggled.
It's to learn. Yeah.
Yeah. I struggled. No one was there to say, hey, stop, take a minute. Your kids are going to be okay if you take 5 minutes to yourself. There was no one there to say that to me. So now I want to give what I feel like could have been something positive for me. I want to give that to other people. I don't want people to go through what I went through and lose their self. I want people to gain more of themselves.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And let's say your clients, the people that you work with, um, can they, for example, book a session with you? How does that look? Do you do one-on-ones? Or what? I'll let you go ahead and answer.
Okay.
How
Yes,
how does it look when someone wants to go ahead and work with you?
they can book a session with me. It is one-on-one. If they choose to have someone else and a spouse, a family member, they can do that as well. And we would go over a protocol. I'll explain everything. I would send information over to them to let them know the rules and regulations, the confidentiality, and they need to tell me what they want to work on. What is it that you want to improve about yourself? And that's where I start focusing my goals on.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That sounds lovely. I
Thank you.
love hearing your story of self-empowerment, not only self-empowerment, but of self-love. It's a journey that so many of us are just starting to touch the tip of,
Correct.
you know, and it's important for us to go ahead and start loving ourselves first so that we are recharged and we are able to give more or radiate,
Yes.
even
Yes.
radiate more of that love to the
I, I, I firmly believe in transfer of energies. If you're always around negative people and bad vibes, you're going to start attaching yourself to that. Somehow, some way, it's going to get to you. But if you start surrounding yourself with positive people and positive vibes, you're going to start radiating that out, and it's going to attach to people, and you're going to feel good. And then you're going to see people that want to say, hey, 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 come back over here. I love your energy. Yeah.
wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us today.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to speaking to you again soon in the future and working together with you again as well. So, passionate souls, thank you for listening, for watching today. May all of your journeys be inspired as you are an inspiration to others.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. Bye.
Bye.